And we're live. All right, everybody, we are live tonight. This is a big night. We are in the final countdown for the Paintbar membership opening or closing. We opened on Monday. The doors close tomorrow. So you pretty much have a little more than 24 hours to sign up. So I know there might be some people out there who maybe are on the fence. And because of that, I wanted to introduce you to some big key players at the Paint Bar who you see my face a lot, but these people, the Paint Bar membership wouldn't run without these other people. So tonight we're going to introduce them. They're going to talk to you a little bit. We're going to do a behind the scenes look at what it is like to be a member, like what you have access to seeing. And then also we have another one of our most fabulous members who's going to join us after all of this stuff. And she's going to tell you about her experience. So you've seen a few people from the membership actually talking about their experience. And then if you guys have any questions, just post them in the comments. Now, we're on something called StreamYard tonight. So in order for me to see who's talking, you have to just, I think, accept permissions or something from StreamYard. So I see Lori just said hi. Hello, Lori. And Sarah said hi. And people, I can post your comments. Like, how cool is this? Whoa. Hey, ladies. And there's another one. We're so high tech here. So, you know, we're just a bunch of high tech artists over here at the Paint Bar. All right, we're going to get started. So I first wanted to introduce you to my mom. So she and I are business partners. So you don't see her face plastered everywhere the way you see mine. However, she's a huge part of the Paint Bar business. So that's Jill, and she's going to introduce herself in a second. And then Kaylee is our operations manager. She's also going to be the membership community manager. So she's going to be in there a lot as well. And she's going to talk about her role a little bit. I see people who are saying Facebook users. So just make sure that you accept permissions for StreamYard so we can see who you are. But hello, Pam and Sarah and Lori and a few Facebook users. All right. So what I'm going to do now, because we're so high tech, is we're going to go. Actually, Mom, why don't you take it away? Tell people who you are.
Okay. Everybody, I am the mother of Jackie. I also have two other children. Jackie has two sisters. My middle child, Mia, taught at the Paint Bar for a couple of years. And my youngest child, Hannah, is coming home tonight from Austin, Texas. So that's a little about our family, three-girl family. All very artistic. For those of you who may know, Jackie's grandmother is the sculptor of Make Way for Ducklings in the Public Garden in Boston. So they were exposed to art as young children, and people say, you know, is it in the genes? I think it is somewhat in the genes, but I also think that art can be brought out in everybody and certainly encouraged in young children. So it's a little about our family. Jackie and I started the Paint Bar in 2010, which is now 11 years ago exactly. It was November 30th was our opening day. So here we are. You know, all of a sudden last year with the pandemic, March 20th, we pivoted to virtual. And we've had, you know, we didn't really know what we were doing on March 20th, but we just did it. And now we are an entirely virtual business a year and a half later. So my part in the business is to speak to corporate clients and book corporate parties. We do that now with people all over the world. We have very major companies painting with us, including Facebook, Google, Pfizer. Today was
We had Zoom. Like Zoom asked to do an event.
Zoom.
Yeah,
Zoom. We had a team from Zoom.
We had like Zoom, Spotify, and Amazon, which basically ran our business.
Yeah.
We were like, ugh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, that's a lot of what I do, and then I work on the emails that you get in your inbox. So Jackie and I do that together. Anyway,
and you watch my kids a lot. That's really the most helpful.
I do. I'm a very proud grandma.
Yeah,
that's really awesome. What I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. If you're thinking about joining, I know that this will not seem very unbiased, but Jackie is just a fantastic teacher. I've watched her grow for, all of her life, obviously, but in the last 11 years. And if you are interested in learning how to paint and do other creative things, you cannot find a better teacher than Jackie. Really, I mean that. So anyway, that's what I have to say. Really looking forward to welcoming everybody, and just very excited to be going down this road.
Awesome. Someone on here said, "Hi, I've been a silent member and you're a silent Facebook user. Who are you?" Oh, Elizabeth, that's so I didn't mean to just make that a caption, but Elizabeth is fantastic. Thanks,
Yeah.
Elizabeth. And Donna is on here and she is one of our members. Hey, Donna. And then this is Sarah who says she loves Nanny's book.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and then who are you, mysterious silent member? Who are you? All right. Well, great intro, Mom. So now it is Kaylee. Your turn. Who are you?
Hi everyone. I'm Kaylee. I'm an instructor and the operations manager at the Paint Bar. So many of you might have had me in one of our public classes over the past year and a half or so, however long we've been doing this virtually. So I teach, I'm an instructor, and I'm a painter, and I'm the operations manager, which is kind of like an umbrella term that we use, I
The
feel like.
organized one at the Paint Bar. That's what it means. It means operations O for organized.
Yeah, I do a lot of like the back end things. So I do a lot of the shipping. So all of the packages that get shipped to you, I'm the one that packs them. I'm the one that like prints out the labels and everything like that. I do inventory. Sometimes they'll get emails from me. And yeah, I'm kind of Jackie's like right-hand lady.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Yes. Kaylee
Yeah.
also made this painting. I was like, I had a meeting yesterday morning. It was magical. I had a meeting yesterday morning and I was like, Kaylee, can you make this painting? And I did like this sketch of what my vision was. And then she made it. And that is the best thing in the whole world. It was mixed media. We did this last night in case you missed it. Go back and check it out. So
Yeah.
great. Okay. Well, there is, we have a lot of different parts to the business and there are more people who work within our business, but this is kind of the membership crew. And so that's why we brought them on. Also, one of our members is also our virtual assistant, Lori, and I don't want her to go unknown. So she is an active member. I know this is a weird thing, but she's an active member. She was a customer member first. And then when I had a baby last year and I fell deep in the I'm not gonna lie, organization, not my thing. So we have other people to help us with that. And Lori saved the day. She's like, very nicely, Jackie, do you need help on Facebook organizing stuff? And I was like, yes, please. So she's a really active part of the membership too. And then we have other people like Jody, who many of you know, and Anna, who many of you know. And even this year when things were so crazy, we brought back people who used to work for us, who live all over the country now, and they've taught for us too. But the membership is small. You're going to see my face the most. You're going to get emails with my mom. My mom edits every single email because I make lots of typos. And and then Kaylee is just my support woman for everything. So she's going to be our community manager. So as we grow, she's going to be in the membership every day, kind of like answering questions for you guys. If people have questions that you want to be brought in, I'm going to be in there as well, but she is in the office all the time and doesn't have 2 little kids. So she's a little bit more reliable than I am right now. And she also is going to help us with paintings and coming up with ideas and really listening to you guys. So you've got quite the team behind you. Hello, Jenny's on here too. Jenny is fantastic and has been with us for a really long time in the studio and out. All right, so that is it from you guys. If anyone has questions for Jill or Kaylee before they head out, Jill, Kaylee, do you have any last final words before you're free for the night?
I'm looking at our picture. Kaylee looks so much more like me than you do, Jackie.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. And it's also not the first employee that we've had who looks more like you. I look nothing like you. If you didn't birth me, we'd all be unsure. But
I feel like part of the family. I love it.
Yeah, totally. You're kind of like my sisters, just with straight hair. That's pretty much who you are.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, a question for each of you, and then you can hop off. So, and Sarah says, "Badass women business." Oh yeah, represent the women. That's true. We can't deny that. We are very badass.
100%.
Yes. Okay, quickly before you each leave, what are you most excited about? So we had this big transition. For those who may not know, we were a brick and mortar studio for 11 years. I think my mom, and I know she just mentioned that. And now we are online. It's very different. I know it's sad for a lot of our customers. It was a big transition for us. Not that it wasn't sad, but we've known this for a lot longer than our customers. So what do each of you independently, let's start with my mom and then Kaylee, what are you guys excited for about being an online business? Either in the membership or not. What are the opportunities that we now have?
Yeah. So I think, the opportunity to paint with people all over the world, which we actually do, is pretty cool. I think we have a member or somebody painting in Dubai. Am I correct about that?
Mm-hmm.
And, today we did a corporate event with people in the Netherlands,
Mhm.
in Switzerland, in Poland, and then yesterday,
Wait, is this the Pfizer event?
this was Biogen today.
Biogen. Okay, because we have Pfizer coming up too, right?
Yeah, Pfizer, the planner was in Milan, in
Right.
Italy.
I just want to talk about how we had this one was Pfizer. Literally after I got my second shot, we got a call from Pfizer to book an event for 200 people, and I was kind of like, wait, Pfizer just like saved the world, and now they want to paint. So that's funny. And you
Even
guys,
a nice
It was after
relaxing
your
break
first
after all that.
conference. I think it was the beginning. Anyway, okay. So, but that's corporate side, but the opportunity exists to paint with people all over the world, and for people in the membership to meet other people all over the world and who are like-minded and artists want to do art. So that's very cool. And also in terms of the instruction, look how close up you are to the teacher on virtual. People say, oh, we miss the in-person. Sure, I miss the in-person also, but the ability to really be close to the teacher and to ask questions and be really, up close and personal definitely exists online in a way that I hadn't ever considered before. So I think that actually is a plus. Um, it's a different business and, actually it's a different world.
yeah,
So, yeah.
taking a picture of you. Okay, Kaylee, what are you excited about? Kaylee really sits next to me every day, and so she's in the whatever the
Trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for a lot of things. Like one, I'm excited to, be a little bit more involved in the membership. And, you have with such a close knit community and all of you know each other so well. And I feel like I know you guys because I pack your orders and I see your orders come through, but I'm excited to start to be a little bit more involved and really get to know you all. It's really super cool. You're all I'm going to get some new friends, which is nice. And I really just kind of I'm a membership. I'm not a membership. Well, I'm somebody that likes that kind of membership format. I'm somebody that really likes appreciates a library of things, and I can watch things on demand whenever I want to. I really like that format and pausing and stopping and doing all of that. It's really just something that I jive with. So I'm excited for that. I think that's really great. And in person, we might be teaching a class and you might be behind on a step or taking a little bit more time and you don't have that ability to pause and catch up and really kind of, work at your own pace. So I think that's something that's really cool that, that we do virtually, is that you can have that ability to pace yourself however you want. And then also just on with the corporate side of things and private parties and membership too, is painting with people all over the world. That's incredible. That's super, super cool. And I never thought that I would do that. So that's a really cool opportunity. And, when I'm the one that ships everything. When I hear something's going to Poland, that's amazing. That's so cool. And so, yeah, it's just kind of broadened our world a bit. And that's really.
And I want to add one more thing to that, since I'm in this membership a lot with people. We have a lot of people in this membership who are family members or friends, and this is they share this together. So they might go in together through Zoom and watch one of the videos together, or they might join a live together, or they do a lot of stuff together. And then recently, this time around, we have a lot of mother, or not mother, actually, we have a mom, a mother and their child. We have a 6-year-old boy, so he's really into art, right? So his mom's joining, and she's kind of doing her own thing, but including him. And then we have another 12-year-old and their parent. So that's a spin that I didn't really see coming, and I think it probably comes from the fact this is a mother-daughter business. And then also I really encourage my own children to do art. Many of you have met them. Charlie's gone through a more difficult stage these days, so I've kept him off of Facebook Lives, probably for your benefit. But he is, we actively are doing art with him every day. And I think part of what's really important about doing art with kids is it teaches them to not fear art. I mean, how many people watching here probably have had a lot, maybe before, maybe your Paintbar customers, so you have a little bit less fear, but how many people do you know who are totally afraid to paint? And they don't even want to doodle or do anything because they think they're so bad. And so, I think if you encourage, I never felt uncomfortable picking up pens, pencils, or markers And that's probably just because they were in front of me my entire life and it was not anything like out of the norm, you know? And that was because my mom told me that if I told her I was bored, she said bored people are boring. So I had to figure out what to do. So to your credit, Mom.
Great quote.
Yeah, right. Great quote. Can't wait to use that one. So that's another cool thing about the paint bar is that you could be in different countries and still have something in common. And that's a cool thing. Like my sisters live all over, like one's in Israel and one's in Texas. And for my mom's birthday last year, we did a virtual tour of France because my mom was like, went through a phase of being really into France. And so that was last year. This is a different year. But that was cool too. So that wasn't our program, but there are so many programs now that we have the opportunity to be with each other through the virtual aspect. So, all right. I don't want to keep everyone on here too long. So I'm going to move over. Anything else before you two leave? You always have access to them. So, you know, you guys can hang out if you want to chime back in. You can if you want to. Feel free to put things into the comments. But right now, the next thing we want to do is we want to show you what it's like to be a member. So we're going to see what it's like to be a member. And then we actually have a real life member is on here tonight, Patti. And so she's just waiting backstage right now. Hey, Patti, you guys can't see her, but we can. And what I'm going to do now, and this is new. So hopefully this is not something I've done live before. So you know me and technology. Let's see if this works. Okay. All right. Jill, Kaylee, you can stay. You can go, whatever you guys want. Share screen. I'm always a little nervous when this happens, but that's okay. Actually, Jill and Kaylee, tell me if this is working. Anyone in the you all can tell me in the comments if this is working.
Thumbs up. Working.
Good to me.
Working. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you is Kajabi because I think this is something that's new to people. Can you see? Is this full screen for you guys? Don't give me thumbs up. Say yes or no because I can't see actually.
Yes. For me, like I'm still on this. I'm on the side, and then it's full screen.
Yes.
Okay, I might take you guys off then.
I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna join the live, and I'll let you know if there's any tech things.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. I can also just remove you from the stream like that.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. All right, you guys are backstage. I'm actually gonna remove my. Let's see. I don't know if I can. If I remove myself from the stream, then I think it goes quiet. Let's see. Can you guys? Let's try 1 second. Okay, give me 1 sec. I think if I do this, there we go. Now you guys can see the full screen and hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Mom, can you just and Kaylee text me if you cannot see me because I can't see your faces anymore. So I have my phone out in case there's an emergency or something. Okay. All right. So this is called Kajabi. Kajabi is kind of like the membership library. So this is where we store literally everything. So you guys, when you log in, when you sign up to be a member, you automatically get a Kajabi login. And then it takes you, so you're going to get a login to something that looks like this. Okay. When you get here, you want to go to the welcome start here. I'm not going to click on too many things because of just streaming. It'll slow everything down. You're going to see a white screen for a while. So I'm just going to tell you what everything is. And then as members, you can kind of click in. I'll click into a few things. But basically, if you go to welcome start here, I have a bunch of videos just welcoming you in, telling you how to use everything. A lot of like what we're talking about right now. I think there is a checklist in there for supplies, art supplies. And here, I guess let's try it. Let's see what happens if we click on it. Is it forever? Oh no, it's not too bad. Okay, so this was like this Zoom member meet and greet in May. So we're gonna do that again on Monday night. But this is like welcome to the members, how to use Kajabi, how to use the private Facebook group, sign up for text alerts. So if you don't know this yet, you can personally text me. It's an app that comes to my phone, which is awesome. And the number is 617-553-6778. Text me right now, and so I can say hi to you. This is just the community guidelines, which basically say, be nice. Anyone not nice gets booted. And then we have the supply list. And then we have the painting playlist. So this is just linking you to our Spotify playlist, which we've been using for years, and it is growing and growing. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, so we have the calendar of monthly events. So every month we come up with a new calendar. And every calendar, let's see, let's look at the most recent one. Nope. So the most recent actually is another folder I'll show you. But the reason it stops at August is because we have another folder which holds the 3 most recent months. Okay, so we have it's called 3 months of most recent activity. So that's where you can go for immediate to see like what we've just done in the last 3 months. Otherwise, you can go into past archives and see what the calendar looked like. So if we go to August, here we go. Here, if you click on to here, so downloads right here. Let me see if I open this. So I haven't been able to practice doing this live because I had to be on Facebook to do it. Oh, it downloads the calendar and then you can open it up. That's cool. Okay, so there's the calendar. Here are all the different events that we do. So we do at least 3 events a month, but usually I don't feel like that's enough. So we add 4 to 5. We add more. I try to do at least one thing a week. And most of the things are live. Sometimes they're pre-recorded. So that's something for you to know. Okay, I like to do things live. I feel like people, I think it's really important to watch me go live, and then you can always do it again on your own time. So usually I recommend watch me go live, listen to it, and then kind of doodle with me, and then go back and paint on your own. Then I'm just gonna see if anyone has questions, put them in the comments. I'll flip back and forth. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Quiet. Yeah, I was quiet because I didn't know what I was doing, but now I know. Okay, thanks, Lori. Now we have the 3 months of most recent activity. This is the best because if you're someone who's overwhelmed by stuff, this just and I am one of those people, this narrows things down for you. So this just says 3 months of most recent activity. This is everything that's happened in November. Now, November has been packed because of promoting the membership. So there's a lot of extra stuff in there, but there generally is a lot of stuff to begin with. So here's October, everything we've done in October. And I never want you guys to feel overwhelmed. Pick and choose what your favorite things are. You don't need to do every single thing. So, here were a few different bonuses that we added in that month. We did the Thanksgiving cards, and we did them in both acrylic and watercolor. I added the acrylic in as a bonus. Here's September. We had a guest artist in who happened to be my aunt. We bring in my family and friends, but we're going to make a bigger effort to get in more guest artists that we think you're really going to love and that they can show you their techniques. So that is how the 3 months of recent events works, which is kind of cool. Okay, now we have the painting library. This is a big one. So the painting library here is all the paintings that we have, and we have over 75 tutorials, and it just keeps growing. And this is where Lori comes in. Lori is fantastic, and Lori organizes all of this for us. So it's just categorized by season. It's categorized by holiday. There are so many things. Animals. Look at all these cute animals with their flower crowns. Wow, I think I didn't even realize I keep doing flowers on every animal. Okay, I should do an animal without flowers. Palette knife paintings. So we get into a few different things like palette knife paintings here. We need to add more doubles paintings, especially since I know we have a lot of parents and kids who might be joining. We want stuff that they can do together. So all those paintings, the paintings are definitely adult friendly, but also kid friendly. So kids can do all of them too. Food related, I tend to like food also. So all these ideas are just growing. And honestly, I am very eager to hear what you guys have to say. So, all right, any comments, questions, put them in. So you can just type them in and it will keep bouncing back to see them. All right, now this is a little bonus. So founding members, we started doing flower of the month. And for every month of the year, we have the actual flower of the month. All right, so the one that's missing that we'll add in, because Kaylee made it for me, is December. And that is because I had a baby in November, and then December I had baby brain. I don't know what I was thinking, but I painted the March flower in December, which obviously a December flower is obviously a poinsettia. What was I thinking? I don't know. So anyway, Kaylee has painted it. We just have to add it back in. So then you're going to get the full 12 months of flowers. So the actual flower of the month. So if you're into that, that's something fun. Then we have tips and tricks. We have Q&As. So Q&As, I started doing them every month, but then I was finding people didn't have enough questions. So I think as we welcome new members in and start doing different materials and stuff, people will have more questions. So we also do something called Fix That Painting, where people will send a picture of their actual painting and I help them fix it. So I'll take a picture. I know this is weird, but I'll print it out, and then I will kind of recreate the painting and help them fix it. And I think it's been pretty helpful for people. I noticed once we started Fix That Painting, I noticed a real switch in our members and how they were able to fix their own paintings. So maybe they didn't even realize that themselves, but I did. This is guest artists and speakers. So we are going to try to bring up, this is something I really intend to grow as we grow our membership. There's so many amazing artists. I'm part of all these cool groups of artists. So we have a lot of people who are eager to show you what they do. And then this is watch the design process. And this is something I just did, I think once or twice, but I think this is what people really like, where you get to watch me create something. So when we teach the membership, I'm very very open. Like if I make a mistake, I tell you I made the mistake. I teach you how to fix the mistake I made. I also will always tell you what's going on in my head. So sometimes when I'm teaching a class, it's important for you guys to understand the breakdown. Like what am I thinking about when I create a painting and when I teach it and when I paint it. So I try to be as like, if I'm thinking something in my head, I try to say it out loud so that you guys can hear it. Okay. So that's what the membership is. Also, if you're not sure how to join the Facebook group, which is where we're going next, you can click right here and this will bring you to the Facebook group. Let's test it and see if it works. Probably should have done that before reopening the membership. That would have been smart. Again, organization, detail, working on it. So it looks like it is, but I'm going to double check. I don't know if this is internet. There we go. Yay, it works. Awesome. Okay, so I don't need to open it. So this is the membership. I had it pre-opened just in case. All right, before I get into Facebook, any questions? So Donna says flower of the month, my favorite. Donna, we love that too. And now we're doing thanks to Patti, who you'll be talking to soon. We're doing something called monthly blooms. So it's not going to be the same flower every month. I love painting flowers and I love painting cactuses and succulents. So every month is going to be like a different flower. It's something very simple. It's not going to be something elaborate. In fact, I have one here. I taught this the other night. This is an example. Do I have the example here? I may not. Nope. I do not, but it'll be something floral. Okay, Christian. Hey, Christian. You should add Christian. It works with us, and he's in the Philippines. He helps us with our finances because not our strength here. But he says you should add around the world in the categories and paint something about the Philippines first. Christian, that is number one on my list of what we're going to do starting tonight. Okay? On it, Christian. You can send me. Christian also has all these amazing food restaurants on top of, he has like 7 different businesses. I don't know how you do it. So you can send me some ramen noodles and I'll paint them. Okay, now he owns a ramen shop. That's why I said that. So, okay, the Paintbar membership, members only. So I had to write members only because I have a lot of people requesting to be in here who are not actually members, and it's an exclusive group. You're only allowed to be in here if you are an actual member. So I need to go to this member request. This is someone who is a new member most likely, and I have to welcome them in. Okay, now this is where the community happens. This is like the magic. I'm involved in this, but really the members are the most involved. So I will post a bunch of things in here, but people can post their paintings. So let's go to, I'm going to go through each one of these things. So people can post their paintings and they can, they can talk to each other, which is what's just like the coolest thing ever. So about this group, this just tells you a little bit about it. This is nothing you really need to see actually. So not important. Okay, discussion. This is the magic. So if you go to discussion here, you can see so these are featured. So these are things that I just did, or I might have pinned to the top. New activity. This is really important. So what I always want you guys to understand, first of all, they updated this. I don't know when this became purple. I think that happened today. But if you go to, you can see new activity shows you. So for example, let's say I posted a picture in August, but then somebody just went back to that picture and they commented on it, it would show up in new activity. So new activity shows the most recent comments. However, it does not show the most recent posts. If you're looking for the most recent posts, like if I go live or you want to just see chronologically what people are saying, you click to recent posts. And this is really a fun fact. Before knowing this, you're like confused. See, there's the live. It shows up at top. That's the most recent post. And there is also Anna. She's on here. Oh, these are all people. Okay, these are all people who didn't show up because they haven't accepted StreamYard. So Anna is one of our teachers. She's amazing. She does all of our corporate events, private classes. So she's not as involved in the membership, but she's a huge member of our business. And this is Maureen. She's the silent member. Okay, and Michelle and Brianne. Hey guys. All right. So this is, look, Linda just joined the membership today. She's oh, that's so sweet, Linda. All right. And this is our community welcoming them in. This is the painting I did last night, so they can watch that. That was just in the membership. That was not a public. Oh, no, this was public, but I shared it to the membership. As a member, you literally get everything. And then, Patti, I didn't respond to this yet because I just saw it, but this is Patti wanting to share it with her friends and family, so she's the best. All right, another new member who just joined last night. So, and then Catherine did this painting with her kid the other night. How cute is this? This is her 5-year-old. So that is what this looks like. Now, when it comes to actual classes, guides is what you want to look at. So guides here shows you everything you need to know. So like here, start here. It's very similar to Facebook. So the guides section, it's similar to Kajabi. So the guide section is pretty much what you see in Kajabi. The only difference is we only hold 3 months worth of stuff in Facebook, and then we move everything over to the Kajabi library. So Kajabi is what the website's called, but we refer to it as the Paintbar Library. And it has everything in it, like supplies and the texting number and how to use everything. We've made videos. Nobody watches the videos, but I encourage you to watch them. And then how to use topics. I'll get to that in a second. So media files. So you guys should go into these. Once you remember, you can go into these, the media files, like show you any videos we've done, how to use topics. I'm going to show you in 1 second. And that's that. And then you can see like November and everything's uploaded in here. Thanks to Lori. And October. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. So then we have topics, and topics are something else we really want to grow. So topics make things searchable. So if you put in the hashtag painting tutorial, you can see all the painting tutorials I've done in this group. You can see the monthly calendars. Like so another thing Lori does is she puts things into topics. What I want people to start to use is something like I want to make. So if you have a request for something you want us to make for the membership, you put it in here. So, okay, so here is, do we end up using the hashtag I want to make ideas? So this is Shannon was saying, I loved these from the membership. I want to add them. Okay, I didn't see that. I'm not going to lie. Shannon, I'm new to this too. I'm going to start doing that. All right, and then, so this is very new, but this is something we're going to start using more. This is the kind of thing that Kaylee will look at and refer back to, like, be like, Jackie, you got to go back to I want to make, look at the new post. And then we also have something like ask, where you can ask a question. You can see guest artists, all that jazz. And then I think that's pretty much it in the membership. Any members want to comment? Tell me if I'm missing something. Around the World Series would be a great, Christian, everyone loves your Around the World Series. Members are game for anything. So I think that is it. Supplies suggestion. This is a great one because I often do different, like I'll throw in some new different supplies, and they're not on this regular supply list, so we can put it in the suggested supplies. Also, our members often come up with great ideas, so they want to share their stuff with you. Okay, I'm going to stop screen. Wait, nope, not stop screen. I don't want to do that. Sharing your screen. Stop sharing. Okay, I'm back. I think that was it. Is there anything you guys want to see? Post in the comments if there's anything you want to see that I did not show. Tell me. And there you go. Donna says she's a member, and she also sometimes as members, it's good to have these refreshers because she didn't even know that they were there. You know what? One other thing that I didn't talk about was that there are albums, and you can actually, let me see if I can show you that. There are albums, and people can share their albums, and so people can, let me see if I can do that easily. Well, it's not that easy to show on here. So if you're a member, you'll see it. You can create your own photo album, and you can put all your photos into it so that way everyone can see your work. Now, the difference is if you want people to see an individual picture, you want to just post that picture. If you add it to your album, people can't see, like, and comment. I mean, they can search your album to find things. So sometimes, like, I know Donna is a big album person, so she will always put her stuff into her album. And then you can always, like, search the album, and that's kind of a way to, like, keep your stuff organized. But if you want people to really see your item, I guess. Okay, let me show one. I know Donna's saying media section. I was being lazy, Donna, but let me share. Hold on 1 second. Let's do it again. I'll share screen, and then we're gonna get to Patti. Okay, Patti, you're up in a minute. So here you go, share. Okay, so let's bring back Facebook. So if you go into, here's more, click on more, and you can go to events. So also we have an event section, I should say that too, where Lori will, like, update everything with the events that we have happening. It's going to take a little bit to load. Here we go. So these are all the events. So every month, once I post the calendar, if you go to the event section, you can see every single thing we're doing. Now, something to work on is me having the pictures done way ahead of time so she can post the pictures. But I am working on that one. And then we have media. So in here, you can see photos. So anytime I post a photo, you can see it here. You can see videos. So like my videos are up here. You can see us here right now. And then albums, this is where you can see everybody's photo albums. So members post their photo albums in here. Look at that. How cool is that? And then each one, they upload their stuff to their albums. So it's not something that's very public. Like, it's just people keep it updated here, but it's a great way to keep all your stuff kind of organized, which is so cool. Okay. That is it on the sharing of, I hope that was helpful. I want to go stop sharing. Mom, did you learn something there? Yeah, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
Patti,
we used to do around the world. We have some paintings from all countries. We're going to bring those back.
we do have
Yeah.
around the world for sure.
We had staycations when we in our studio.
That's
Mhm.
true.
It's a
Donna's
great
asking, is there a way to sort albums from newest to oldest? That is a Lori question. That's definitely not a Jackie. And I love that that you know that.
Oh, Jackie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Tanya wants to know where you got your headband.
Oh, wait, Tanya, did she comment on here or someone's private messaging?
Instagram.
I'm so honored that you're asking me that because so the real reason I wear headbands all the time is I'm postpartum 1 year, and that's when my baby postpartum hairs get like boingy weird. So I love wearing headbands to keep them down. I just got it from Amazon, but I do have 2 coming in the mail that are my favorite. They're the wrap wire kinds, and those are from Etsy. So I like to support Etsy artists the most, but they take longer. You know, the paint bar shipments take longer also because we're people. We're not Amazon. I don't understand how that works. But this came in 2 days, and it comes in a 3-pack with red and black. And if you direct message me, I'll send you the link. I have many headbands. And so if you ever have questions about headbands, I should be a headband model because I love them. And this one also doesn't hurt your head. So, okay. I don't think you can sort or change album order. I don't think so either. I was trying that too on the side, Lori. I think that's but Donna, you should email Jeff. Not Jeff Bezos. What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg. Email him. Let him know. When we did a Zoom event a while back, we still couldn't do a lot. Now we can do a lot of the things that we requested, but back then we could not do it. And we had this Zoom meeting. So first of all, we tried to get in touch with Zoom, and this was like in March or February. And they said we weren't going to be able to reach them until April. So we were like, well, right? So no response from Zoom customer service until April, end of April. I don't think they ever even responded to us. Obviously, it was a busy time for them. But then we did a Zoom event, and I was like, okay, I don't want to take advantage of this moment right now, but I have a list of questions for customer service, and it was so fun to have them on. So yeah. Laura says, we used to be able to, so here are all questions here. They're saying, I can't change the order. Wait, show. I don't think you can change the order. Julie says, hi, Julie. And then, okay, Lori says, you used to be able to change order, photo album order, but I don't think you can. It went away. Well, it might come back. Everything, everything comes and goes with Facebook. So, okay, I'm going to bring on Patti. So without further ado, let's welcome one of our most fabulous members. I don't play favorites, but I do love Patti a lot. All right, we're going to add Patti on. Jilzo, we're moving you. Bye, Mom.
Bye.
And let's add Patti. Patti, welcome.
Thank you.
It is so great to have Patti here. Yes, and you are in your painting space right now, right?
I am, right? Yeah.
And let's see what's behind you.
I know. Painting. So I have the monthly poppies there. So, and then I think this was Mother's Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So I have been bringing members on all week, and I have another member tomorrow. So Ashley's coming on tomorrow morning. She's going to close us up for the week. I want to bring members on because in my mind, I have an idea of what the Paint Bar membership is going to be like. And my mom, Kaylee, too, like my mom, Kaylee, Anna, Anna teaches our classes. We all have ideas of what our business is, but we don't know what it's like from the customer end. And so that's why it's important to talk to you. So here are the questions I've been asking people, and this one I'm going to ask you tonight. So I want to know from you, Patti, things like, did you do art before this? So what was your creative background? So Patti also so graciously made knit or crochet. It was knit, right? You knit a little blanket for my baby Santa when she was born a year ago. And so you knit. Okay, so I want to know a little bit about your creative background, whatever you did, how you found out about the Paint Bar and the membership, why you joined, why you like it, stuff like that. And then we'll go from there.
Sure. Yeah. So hadn't painted since 3rd grade. Art wasn't my thing. I did knit. I started that as an adult. I tried once as a kid with my grandmother, but then about 20 years ago or a little bit more, I kind of fell into it a bit more and it stuck. I would say that I fell into the Paint Bar as well, and I'm really grateful that I did. So when you pivoted and went online, my sister-in-law got a group of us family members together, and we did one of the early on virtual events. And You know, I don't know if I've even ever told you this, but the very first one I did, I had the canvas going the wrong way. So it was supposed to be a vertical and I did it. Or it's supposed to be horizontal and I had it vertical. And I was like, okay. Well,
Yep.
I guess my perfection is out the window and we'll just see how this goes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a common thing that we have to always remember to tell people. I always forget. I like assume people can see and get it, but I always forget to tell people that. So thank you. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. And you know what? It was a lot of fun because
Mhm.
then it forced me to get out of my own way. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, it's already whatever. So
Yeah.
just go for it. It's, you know.
Now we
just go
should
for it.
say,
Just make
Patti,
it.
when we talk, we always joke about like type A personalities. And Patti, would you put yourself in that
Oh, yeah.
category? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm working on it though. I think I've come a long way in
Yeah.
my art.
I agree.
Trying to let go of that a bit. There's more work to be done on it, but there's movement.
Well, there's room for me to work on the other end too. So, you know, we're all in it together.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Yeah, and your
So-
sister-in-law was amazing. She did so many events with us at the beginning. So
Yeah, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I mean, I'm a pandemic friend here at the paint bar. You know, it's weird to me that I never painted with you in person, because I've gotten to know you so well.
Yeah.
Right. So that this virtual thing we really do create relationships and friendships online. It's amazing.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we've been pushed out of our comfort zone as a society a bit over the last year and a half. In some ways, it's been really helpful and nice.
Yeah.
So it was a great way for me to stay connected. I live alone in a small 1-bedroom apartment, and it was wonderful to have something to do and something creative and something, you know, you've been talking about this a little bit throughout the week of when I'm painting, I stop thinking and start doing. So like if my head's just kind of going or I'm stressed out, like it forces my attention somewhere else. And I love that. And then I can get into what I'm doing.
Yes.
And it also helped me stop watching so much TV. Right? Like what was I going to do? I mean, think about the last year and a half. I wasn't going to watch the news 24/7 for the last year and a half. Like that wasn't fun. That wasn't productive. But painting was.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had another member. So there's another member, Stacy, in our membership, and she was saying she's a neurosurgeon. I mean, when you talk about like overachiever, this girl, she's literally like an amazing artist, a neurosurgeon mom. Didn't she say she was a singer too? I think she just like asked her what she does. She does it all. She doesn't like sports, so that's the one thing she doesn't like. But she was saying how one of her other people she works with, like for their downtime, they play video games, and she was like, got super judgmental. Was like, well, why do you play video games? That's not productive. And so I was like, well, yep, that's actually true. But everyone needs their downtime. Honestly, after this membership launch is over, I just want to watch a little stupid TV also. Like I haven't watched TV in so long. That's my reward. But I agree. It is good. It gets you to do, it's like you're practicing new things and you're not watching TV, and like everything you're saying is true. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So you joined the membership and you found out about the membership from Karen, or you just saw, like, you just heard about it from us?
I found out about it from you. So from the paint bar, I had just, after my time with Karen, I just did a few. So Easter wasn't so far away from when everything went virtual. And, you know, back in April 2020, we were all just so scared still about what is COVID, right? What's going on. So it was my first holiday that I'd ever spent completely alone. And so I was so grateful that you had an Easter painting.
Yeah.
So I did that. And so then I just kind of did paintings here and there throughout the summer. And then it was great when the membership came up. I was just like, yes, I'm all in. I'm so excited. And it's been fantastic. Like I can't believe how much I've grown, and how you make it so accessible. You really do. I think that's the magic. Like you and your team, it's all of you. You make art accessible to those of us that haven't done it since 3rd grade and feel like, I still feel like I can't draw very much, but with a paintbrush, like I'm getting more okay with it. You know,
I actually feel the same. I feel the same way. I don't draw.
Right. Right.
Well,
But
thanks,
I think
Patti.
it's being able to remove some of the barriers
Mhm.
and the encouragement. And I think I wish I wrote down what I said to you a couple of weeks ago about
I recorded it all, so not to worry.
so you can fix my quote here,
Mhm.
but around just really coming to appreciate the mistakes
Mhm.
and learning that they just kind of actually begin to become into the beauty
Yeah.
and just kind
Oh,
of
that's
dive into it.
Yep, that's a good one. We got it. Next time we launch, I have to write down all the testimonials. This was like a lot. This was a lot. We're learning how to do this because this is a whole online world. Next time, all those testimonials are coming at you.
There you go.
And,
Hey,
yeah,
still your founding members. Here we are.
I know. I'm so appreciative. It's been so great. I mean,
Community.
we're so lucky. We founded this membership. I just wanted to do it before I had a baby, so I like could have a group that we could like try. I knew once I had the baby, launching anything would be hard. But I didn't realize how hard having 2 kids was gonna be. Like, joke's on me, my mom likes to think about, like, it's hard. I didn't know that. I was like, "Oh, by January, it'll be back to normal after I have a baby in November." Wrong. It's now a year later. It's a little bit more back to normal. So, okay, Donna just said, "Well said. I cannot believe how much I agree with you." So Donna is also a member who I only know virtually, but I feel like I know very, very well. And she said that she can't believe how much she agrees with what Patti just said, which is pretty cool. And then also Lori says hello to a fellow knitter. And then we have some other people saying, hi, Patti. Hi,
Yes,
Patti.
hello.
So very cool. All right. So I also want to mention how, Patti, you're very vocal about what you want to do. And I give you so much credit for that. And I think other people could learn from that. Like, if, the membership was made or is, and it's still going because we're serving you. So we started it because, we wanted to move our business online. Also, for me, after 11 years of painting on just canvases, doing the same type of thing, honestly, I was a little bit burnt out from it. Like, I wanted something different. So what's awesome is like we're allowed the opportunity to do different things that also excite me personally. And like Patty's always so nice because she says, Jackie, if they excite you, then you're gonna make them fun for us. And so that makes me feel better too.
Totally.
Because I kind of can lean into the things I like. And Patti Chisana says, you guys were in so many of the same classes at the beginning before we were made into a virtual event. Yeah. So, like last night we did mixed media. We also do glass painting. This month we also painted on aprons for Thanksgiving, which is kind of cool. So this month, now through the holidays, there's all kinds of stuff because we also are gearing up for the holidays. And we're going to do a lot in December so you guys can make your own gifts. I mean, how many gifts can you buy, right? Like, so it's kind of cool to be able to make something for somebody. And, that's why people may not want paintings, but they might want glassware, or they might want like a calendar, or they might want like sometimes just like a little wreath that you painted in watercolor that says joy with a frame like that. You can make something that someone's really going to appreciate that may not be a big 16 by 20 canvas, which is what most people are used to. So, that's where Kaylee's going to help me also. And the members, we're in that painting section. I'm going to post. So what I like to do, if I can remember to do it in time, is post, what do you guys want to paint for the month? And then the members will actively tell me. And, that's the best way to grow. So I never want this to be something that's just led by me. It's actually harder. It's way easier if you tell me what you want, and then we can create it for you. So Patti and I are totally opposite brains, but it's I feel like we help each other.
Totally, absolutely.
Right? We need to have different people in this world. So Patti is really good, especially at the beginning when things were just like pretty disorganized and chaotic. And I just wanted to create art, but this has to be more. You can't just create art to run a business. And so Patti was crucial at the beginning to helping like figure out what we need, how to do things, and just a different mind. So I really appreciate that. Thanks, Patti.
Yeah, thank you. I feel
okay.
like it makes it a community. It makes the community feel real, right? That we are all a part of it.
Right. And the community aspect is like, it's so crazy. Like, how do you turn into a community? But I will say that the community doesn't just happen. You have to show up. And also any of this, like I've signed up for memberships and I don't go to them. And I'm like, what am I paying monthly for? I mean, we don't want you to just pay monthly if you're not going to do it. We're not in it to like take your money. We really want you to be an active member, even a silent member. I think Maureen said she was a silent member, which I love. But as long as you're showing up for yourself and doing it monthly, and you don't have to do it every single month. Like there might be this like ebb and flow. Over the summertime, I find that we all kind of die down. So I'm trying to think about what we can do next summer. Like, is there a summer challenge that we can do? Like, you don't have to show up live, but maybe there's some kind of summer challenge, or maybe we like mail things to each other, or maybe there's something, because people in the summertime obviously want to be outside. I don't blame you, myself included. I had 2 kids home. It was like way hard. So then September came back and people started coming back in, and now I see the progression, like just the email open rate has like skyrocketed because you guys are so much more active. So we have to think, now that we're a year and a half in, we've learned so much. And so now as a team and as a community, we can kind of decide what the next thing is. So next year we could do some kind of like Secret Santa with each other, which would be fun too. I'm not sure how to do this all logistically, but that's why we have Kaylee. She's organized, and I'm sure Patti, all of you guys can help me out too. I create the art, and then you guys can help me with the logistics side of things.
There you go.
Yeah. But that's it. Okay. So if you were to try to sell this to someone, Patti, what would you say? If you're someone who's watching right now, they're on the fence, they're like, oh, but also, what if they don't want to really be active part of the community? They're kind of shy, but they really want to paint. Like, what would you recommend to them?
Join it. It's worth it. Do the monthly. Jackie's been talking about how it's there's a monthly rate. You can try it for a month, and if it's for you, great. And if it isn't, great. Yep. But there are a lot of people who paint and do their paintings, and some people post on Facebook and post their paintings, and others don't. Some people attend the like monthly live Zoom sessions that we have. A lot of people don't, and that's great. I feel like there's kind of a core of us that are semi-regular in some of those more live engaging events, but there are a lot of people who aren't, and they just love painting, and they just love watching Jackie. I mean, like, it's great. So it's definitely, give it a try.
Kaylee's like made fun of me. I said, Kaylee, people say they just like to watch because they find it relaxing. She goes, Jackie, no offense, but I don't think you're very relaxing.
Well,
but I do get the process of watching the painting. I mean, I'm no Bob Ross. I'm not like making happy little trees, but I do get a little calmer when I paint because I'm a little more focused. So, but I really want the energy. I want to keep you guys lively and having fun. But I will back to what Patti said. Like, I think there is always a fear about the finances, and I always get that, right? Like, for myself included, you have to be careful what you're spending your money on. But I think there's also a lot of pressure to join the membership, and you're like, oh my God, that's such a big financial commitment. If you pay for $35, that's the cost of one class. So if you're interested in painting and you want to do like one class a month, sure, you can pay that $35 for one class, or you can pay that $35 and get access to 75 plus tutorials. That's going to grow another 3 to 5 next month, and like it just keeps growing, and you can just choose whatever you want to do. You also get access to this community that is just like the most supportive, loving, wonderful community. I mean, we don't have anyone mean in the community, which is really awesome. And if they are mean, they get booted. It hasn't happened yet, but we won't allow for that. And also, and yeah, you just get to be part, you get to see guest artists. So that's really a new focus. I really want to bring in, we've done a lot of guest artist interviews, but from the feedback I'm getting, people just want to learn. So like, they don't need to hear the life story behind people. So that's fine. We can say that for like a podcast. We can do that. We want to give you tutorials that you want. So that goes into like what it is that you guys want. If you want to see, I don't know, more watercolor, or you want to see gouache, or we really focus on acrylic paint. And then we also do a little bit of watercolor, but we've brought in different watercolor artists who have shown you guys things. And so you get watercolor tutorials, but we can kind of get specialized, like, different things. So that's where you come in. So you being an active member, Patti's a very active member, and it shows, it pays off. It's just like anything. But you can be on here, be active, and be a little quieter behind the scenes. And that is totally great too. We love you and support you no matter what. And that's it. And also I know this happened in our studio, and it has happened also in the membership, where people used to come to us during really hard times after, I have really good recollections of people who came when they were sick. Like, I remember Sharon. So Sharon is someone who came, she sadly passed away many years ago, but she was coming in all the time throughout her treatment. We have other members who are now in the membership who came during divorce, like really hard times in their life. I can think of 4 people who came right after their parents' funerals. So it's kind of amazing how this is it's just a happy place where we're here to support each other, and the membership can do that as much as you want or not. It can be a personal support, or you can lean on the community as well. So that's something that we had in the business. It's sad that we don't have that space anymore, but I still think there's a virtual space for it. And so we can try to, grow that more.
I would say, Jackie, 110% on one of those people. My mom died April 2020. And this membership and you were a lifeline. And I've said that to you at different points. Like, it really helped me. When I needed to stop thinking and start doing something, right. put a paintbrush in my hand and made things.
Yeah.
So, and it was great. And I think it also speaks to, you are so available when I did want to talk to you, or, do email messaging, or when I had suggestions, you're so responsive and open. It's amazing. So thank you.
Well, it does make my job easier. So I appreciate that. But it also was really fun when you came to the studio in person, which I know not everyone can do, but that was fun too. But that was just like a really hard time in life, right? So it was crazy. And so, yeah, a way of people can be, this is a newer thing that you guys can text me. I mean, Patty and I have been texting all day, right? So you can text me 617-553. I know it's backwards, or no, is it forward for you? And sometimes it's backwards, but 617-553-6778. Text me. The only times I don't respond is like between like 3 when I pick up my kids and bedtime. And then I'm a late night texter. So if you text me, just text late night texter, and then I know I can get back to you at 10 o'clock at night. Otherwise, but that's the best way to reach me. Or you can also email membership@thepaintbar.com. You can email info, Jackie. I don't know. There's all kinds of ways to reach, but the best way to directly reach me is to text me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that's really not for customer service. It's really for like painting support, emotional support, painting related. I'm not a therapist, but we can talk it out. And it's just a really great way to stay in touch. So Patti, it was a pleasure as always. You're so wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Patty's been so great on helping me with everything and just helping the business. It's not just me, it's our whole team. So, all right. Any final questions for Patti before we head out? So tomorrow night, I feel like we've been doing a lot of talking. Tomorrow night is our last big tutorial. I might sneak in one. We have an interview in the morning with Ashley. Ashley has started with our kids program. So she's someone who does art with her kids. She has a daughter who must be 6 now. She was doing our toddler classes right before the pandemic, and she was 3 or 4. And then she also has a baby who's my baby's age, a little bit younger. And she's a teacher. So she has a different view, different life than Patti. We want to get all different types of people to show you how they're fitting it into their lives, because it's not easy to fit this into your life, and you have to make it a priority, which you do, Patti. And I really think it's amazing. So we're going to do that at 10. If I can fit in one more tutorial in the afternoon, we might. And then tomorrow night, our big closing ceremony, we're going to do a big happy snowman. I'm doing it on a 10 by 30. So this is a long canvas. Wow. Very cool and different. And it's just, we want to show you guys different sizes. So if you don't have a 10 by 30 canvas, you can absolutely do it on any size canvas that you want. You just won't have as long, like this is a snowman. He's kind of looking up and there's snow coming down. So you could do it on a smaller canvas if you wanted to, up to you. All right. And when we do teach these public classes that, we want to make it as accessible as you're saying as possible. You can purchase paints and brushes from us. We also will, in the email we sent out today, we have a supply list on there so you know what to get. So we always want to offer 2 options. You can buy supplies from us, or you can go buy them on your own. If you want like the more, the cheaper option, go get whatever supplies you want on your own. That's fine. If you want to buy our supplies, we package them for you in-house. And so they're exactly what we use, but, they might be a little higher price point. So you choose what's best for you. And that's it. All right. I think that's it for the night. So thank you all for joining, and we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m., maybe sometime in the afternoon, and then also at 7 p.m. for our final closing ceremony. The membership's open till midnight tomorrow night Eastern time, and then our welcome ceremony for our new members is on Monday night at 7 o'clock. All right. Everybody, thank you so much. It was great having you, Patti, and have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Bye.